Awesome. Well, we are here today with Chris Foreman of Action Figure, and we're so excited to learn all about you and your company and just welcome you into the chamber. This is another opportunity, like the interview serves as an opportunity for this new member, you joined in April, to get to know the community and share a little bit about yourself, which we're so excited for. So how about you start with just sharing with us about you and the business that you own.
Hi, Angela. I'm Chris. I'm a Niagara Falls native, and I moved here to work at the ABC and NBC affiliates in Cleveland. And since then, I've struck out on my own to form Action Figure. It's a full-service video production business. And since 2015, we've been going strong ever since.
That's awesome. So you are a resident of Rocky River, is that correct?
That's correct, yes. We
That's
are
awesome.
actually based here in Rocky River. We serve all of Northeast Ohio, and outside of Ohio. So, but Rocky River is our home base. Yeah.
Rocky River is home base, which is wonderful for obviously our community to hear. So what sort of services does Action Figure offer?
Well, we're a full service video production business. So anything you see online or anywhere, we produce, whether that be a motion infographic, a business introduction video, a documentary, customer interviews, anything like that, commercials. That's stuff that we all do. So we're full service. We do it from start to finish.
That's awesome. I would imagine right now with everything we're experiencing through COVID-19 pandemic, you've been extra busy with online work, or how has that affected your business?
It's been the same. That's a great question. It's been the same. Work has been steady and solid, so we're very thankful for that. We've seen a lot of people come to us and say, we need a workaround for this, is there any way we can push out this message? We've never encountered this before during this pandemic. So we help them through that. But it's been steady, thankfully. We know a lot of people have unfortunately taken a hit, and that's scary. But there are resources out there. The chamber is definitely one of them. So well, we've been okay. We've been okay, and we're looking forward to emerging from this, with everybody else and getting back to normal.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to that also. And I just want to say a personal thank you. You helped the chamber with a video message that we sent back a few months ago at the beginning of this. And we just appreciate your services and your help in making that happen. I think right now is an opportunity just to think outside of the box on so many ways. And you certainly helped us. So we are very grateful. I'm just curious, so what motivated you to start Action Figure?
We started out in 2015 when I realized there was a need for professionally produced video across all industries. It wasn't just the large businesses that were cranking out video continuously. It was the mid-sized and smaller businesses who were realizing the advantage of producing video in a professional manner. So I decided that because my skills were vast, I was very well-rounded. I wasn't just a producer, but I could also write, shoot, produce, edit, do graphics, everything along with my team. I decided to offer those services to everybody. So that's how Action Figure came to be, basically.
That's awesome. So it's really a start to finish, like one-stop shop opportunity that you're offering clients.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of places out there that are like that, but we are definitely one of them.
That's
awesome.
A
lot of times clients come to us and say, hey, my competition is doing a video like this. How can we do this? So we pick it apart, we put together a schedule, give them a quote, and pre-production, production, and post-production.
So obviously when you're doing a video, professionalism is so important. I know these videos we've been doing for these chamber chats are kind of amateur. We're doing the best we can from home right now, as everyone is doing. So
there's a need for professional video. There's a need for this video. There's a need for people holding up their iPhone and saying, hey, this is going on right now. So there's just different levels of production. But basically, for professional video, you want it to be polished because that's the first impression you're giving your customers who are hitting your website is, this is how I want my business to be perceived. So you want it to be sharp, you want it to be polished and well produced. But videos like this are great. iPhone videos, spur of the moment stuff, they really take you to the heart of the action. So there's just different levels of production, and there's really no, right or wrong.
Well, I'm glad we're not doing anything wrong with these. I was nervous this would not be okay for you to come on. So I'm so excited you still joined us and you're here now. I'm so curious, what do you think of Tic Tac and how that has become like a little phenomenon right now while we're all cooped up in home? Are those fun or those drive you crazy or like what is that?
It's really interesting. You see these videos and let's take the Avengers franchise, for example. That's like millions, probably billions, I'm pretty sure. That does very well. And you look at some of these, they'll put those Avengers clips on YouTube and you see how many, views they get. And then you have somebody with, their iPhone who records them unboxing a new, camera or television or something. And it gets like 23 million views in like a week. Or any of these people who live stream their Fortnite videos. Or TikTok, you look at people dancing on TikTok and it's 90 seconds long and it gets 23 million views. So it kind of makes you, wonder like, well, why are people pumping so much money into professionally produced videos and not just doing TikTok stuff all the time? Well, it goes back to what I was saying before. It's how you want your business to be perceived in that. There's definitely a need for TikTok. There's definitely a need for YouTube. It's really whatever goes nowadays. But TikTok is fun, and I'm seeing attention spans grow even shorter. I have two sons of my own. They got to be constantly doing something, and TikTok feeds that need definitely. But in the evening when you want to just unwind and grab some chips and a drink or whatever, and watch Orange is the New Black or any of those shows, those shows run, Game of Thrones, all that stuff. They run about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and there's a need for that. So, during the day when you're up and active and running around and you just want to catch something quick, TikTok fulfills that need. But, when you want to, do Netflix and relax, that's available for YouTube. So
absolutely. It's good to know there's space for everything out there when it comes to video production. And back to Action Figure. Tell us how you came up with the name.
Action Figure definitely works for me on multiple levels. When I was a kid, I loved playing with action figures, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars. And it's always been a dream of mine to run my own business and be surrounded by the things that affect me creatively. Sadly, I think kids don't play a lot with action figures anymore. I know my sons, I bought them a few Star Wars figures years back, and they barely even touched them. A lot of it's video games now, a lot of it's YouTube. So that's something that I really think is going to hurt, not to sound, like crazy or anything, but I think that's going to hurt us as a society as these kids, grow older and enter the workforce. Is creativity. There might be a big lapse in that. But action figure definitely worked for me, and it's also something, when people are on the set of a movie, you hear the word action, that is definitely incorporated into the name. But I do have, if we have clients come into our studio here in Rocky River, or not studio, our office in Rocky River, they'll see that, there are a lot of action figures around. Those are actually over my.
We're reversed on
that. Those are actually a collection of vintage Star Wars figures from the original trilogy, still sealed, that I've been collecting for the past like 15 years. That is just one case in here. So, but action figure, it's fun, and I could have named the company, Discount Video Providers or something. How boring is that? You should really have a name that is hardwired to your soul. So that's why we call ourselves Action Figure, and we like to think that we bring that element of creativity to everybody we work with.
I love it. I have two follow-up questions. One, do Barbies count as action figures? Because that's all I played with growing up.
I would think they would.
Okay.
I would think they would.
That's awesome. And tell us, how old are your sons?
They are 9 and 11.
Those are fun ages. So you've been homeschooling.
Yes, and that has been an experience. But it's tough, and I share a lot of parents' pain out there because it is hard working full time and trying to educate your children to the level that our wonderful schools have been educating them for years, trying to keep up with that. So, but I think the
Absolutely.
teachers have been doing a really good job, laying out assignments, and then it's up to the parents to help carry them out, work in conjunction with the teachers. It's been hard, but it's been working. The grades have been good, so we've been happy.
Good. That's awesome. Well, hopefully summer comes soon for you guys. So we talked a little bit about Tic Tac, but what other videos, maybe professionally, are like really hot and popular right now?
As far as what we're producing, homepage video, that's the video that when a client comes to your website, that's the video that immediately starts beginning to play.
Okay.
Homepage video and business introduction video, which is usually a walkthrough of the business where we interview a couple of the business's customers, do some testimonials, and then we'll talk to the business owners about the services they provide and their value to everybody. So those videos are pretty hot right now. We're producing a lot of them.
That's really exciting. So as a new member to the chamber, I'm curious maybe what motivated you to get involved? And then also if chamber members want to work with you, what would be a great opportunity or like discount they would have with working with Action Figure?
Yeah, the chamber has always been a rock for Rocky River. And I haven't been in any other chambers in the region, but I hear that, Rocky River's chamber, a lot of people say it's the best one. I would have to agree. It's very well organized. There's a lot of great people here, and there's a definite spirit that runs through the chamber that's nice to be a part of. So I was a member a couple years ago. Then my membership lapsed for a couple years, but then I wanted to be a part of that again because I was really wanted to grow my business. And I figured that reconnecting with the chamber was a great idea. So that's why I did.
Well, we're excited to have you back, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Excited to be here.
And is there an opportunity when it comes to members working with you? Is there a member to member discount you guys offer?
Yes, there is a 10% discount.
Great.
I got to talk to you about updating my listing on the chamber to reflect that.
We can do that. I'm happy to add you.
Yeah, but there is a 10% discount chamber to chamber.
Okay, that's fantastic. That is awesome. Well, how would people get in touch with you if they wanted to take advantage of that discount, or maybe they're not a member and just want to learn more about your services?
We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, and we just launched our website last night at midnight.
That's exciting. That's a huge check off the list of things to do, isn't it?
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. You think that making a website will be simple, and it's just not. Especially now during these times where you're working full time and you have 2 children to educate. But we are at www.actionfigurevideo.com.
Okay.
And if you go there, you'll see everything we offer. It's really well laid out. We're very proud of it. So that is our new website, just launched last night.
That's exciting. Well, we will all go and check that out. And if anyone does have questions about your services, definitely reach out to Chris. And once they connect with you, I guess, can you walk us through or maybe tell us a little bit about the process for making the videos? Obviously, it depends on what type, but what is an average experience like?
It's very involved. It's never easy, but that's why we're here to hold your hand and take you through it and get you what you want to see. It starts with pre-production, where we lay out the schedule, the expectations, the quotes, of course. What do they want? Do they want to see drone video? Do they want to see customer testimonials? All that stuff. And then from there, we go into production, which is the actual recording of the elements they need for the video. And then there's post-production, which is where we do all the editing, all the graphics, the music, the audio sweeping, everything that's involved. So it is a process. It could take anywhere from, depending on the project, 3 days. We do, understand deadlines. I do have a newsroom background, so I do understand deadlines and how to turn things around quickly. Or it could take a few weeks. I mean, the longest project we're still working on a project from October, but that's expected, and that's what we were, set out to do. So that is a big one.
Yeah.
So it's, it varies.
That's awesome. So post-production, that's kind of where all the magic happens, right?
Yeah. And we invite clients over to the office, if they want to sit in on the edit and make suggestions or, see the finished product or whatever. A lot of stuff we do is, online. So we will post the drafts of the videos and get feedback from the customer, client, and, see what they want changed, they want anything added, whatever. But, we do have them come to the office as well to sit in on the edit. So whatever is more convenient for them.
That's great. So with everything going on right now, it really hasn't slowed down the opportunity to work with Action Figure, and everyone should still reach out and schedule anything they're looking for when it comes to conversation and projects with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. It's, we're
That's
really
great.
easy to get a hold of, just give us a shout. A lot of people, like I said, they see something online or they're like, that's it. Everybody's doing video. Where's our video? That's when you can contact us. We'd be more than happy to help.
There you go. Caving into the peer pressure. That's what we're all about. Get those videos up on your website. That sounds good. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today. This was so great to hear all about Action Figure and everything you guys do, and how we can get in contact with you. But we look forward to seeing you in person, hopefully sometime soon.
Absolutely, Angela. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks. You have a good afternoon, Chris.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks.